We welcome you to SLATE's Veterans Expo and Job Fair. My name is Alan Perkins, and I have the distinct honor to present our keynote speaker this morning. Melissa Jordan is the Chief of Strategic Engagements at U.S. Transportation Command. She leads communication, outreach, and training for a program that supports service members and their families across the Department of Defense. Melissa brings over 15 years of government expertise, including roles with the U.S. Navy and the Department of Veterans Affairs. Ms. Jordan is also a U.S. Air Force veteran with 24 years of service. Her background includes work in logistics, training, and international partnerships with countries such as South Korea, Japan, Germany, the Netherlands, and other NATO allies. Once again, we thank Ms. Melissa Jordan for joining us. Can you all please give a round of applause as she comes forth and give us our keynote address this morning? Thank you.
Good morning. I hope everyone can hear me. I'm very delighted to be here with you today. I'd like to thank Alan, Mr. Alan Perkins, for a very kind introduction. And I'd just like to begin by understanding who's with us in the audience today. If you're a veteran, would you please raise your hand? Terrific. And if you're a veteran here seeking employment opportunities, would you keep your hands up? Okay, you're the reason why we're here today, so thank you. If you are a person representing a company who would like to hire veterans today, would you please raise your hand? Great. And if you're a part of the SLATE team who organized this event, or a community leader here for the event today, would you please raise your hand? Great, thank you so much for your work. I have a few key insights for all three of these groups this morning, and I hope that they are helpful to each of you. To veterans with us today, thank you for your service to our nation. I want you to know that the professional skills you learned during your military service are of significant value. And I'd like to highlight a few of those that you might consider sharing today with potential employers. First are your skill sets as a collaborator. It might seem like you spent most of your time in the military giving or receiving orders, but your accomplishments were the result of a team effort nearly every time. In your military role, you likely had to understand various and sometimes conflicting points of view so that you could broker agreements among people with competing equities to achieve a goal. Any leader here hiring employees can tell you that organizations that are healthy, they thrive on collaboration. And this is a skill set that resides within you. Second for veterans is your experience leading change. When you reported to a duty assignment or served on a deployment, you gained experience with change. Your flexible thinking and adaptability in a continuously evolving environment helped you succeed in your role. This can translate to a civilian role as a change agent, where you can help leaders develop roadmaps that lead to successful organizational transformation. Third is your background as a valuable advisor and mentor. Your ability to hear about challenges, analyze problems, and make recommendations through the lens of your experience is solid gold to leaders, especially those who surround themselves with employees with different various backgrounds and experiences. This morning, I invite you to reflect on a complex problem you encountered in the military and how you conducted dialogue with your colleagues and teams and leaders to find solutions. And this can become a compelling elevator narrative for you that you can share when engaging with officials who are hiring from these businesses at today's Expo. To business leaders, employers here today, thank you for investing in the St. Louis area veterans and those in the surrounding region. Your presence means I don't have to sell you on the value a veteran can bring to your team. Still, I would like to offer a few insights on a special population of veterans, those who are former NCOs, and the power they can bring to your workforce. First, former NCOs are the original servant leaders. Along with their practical experience, NCOs receive formal education about leadership and how to take care of members on their team. The professional ethos they cultivated in uniform makes them natural mentors who inspire others to have those same qualities developing, especially those who are younger employees who might be new to the workforce. In my active duty career, I had the privilege, thank you. I had the privilege of serving as an airman, an NCO, and then as a commissioned officer. And I was consistently amazed at the difference a strong and supportive NCO made among teams who frankly might have otherwise failed. Second to hiring officials is that NCOs know how to optimize their resources. They all seem to have a MacGyver chip in that they make the best use of whatever resources are available to them. They also ensure the resources they're responsible for are scrupulously maintained to ensure longevity and reliable performance. They optimize the most important resource in an organization, the human capital, by ensuring their teams are trained and equipped to do the job, all while keeping a watchful eye on employee stress and potential burnout. Third, for hiring officials, NCOs have a universal reputation for getting things accomplished. I always enjoy sharing a line from the Army NCO's creed, which reads, "Officers in my unit will have maximum time to accomplish their duties. They will not have to accomplish mine." What that means is that former NCOs take care of the daily business, which gives senior leaders more time and space to focus on strategic decisions. If you are a hiring official who wants to foster a climate of trust, autonomy, and empowerment, a former NCO can make that magic happen, not just within a single work stream, but throughout your entire organization. To the SLATE team who organized this event and other community leaders here, thank you for creating and holding a space for veterans to explore professional opportunities they might not have yet considered. A warm welcome from a community can be pivotal to a returning veteran's transition to civilian life and help them thrive in future work roles. As a Missouri veteran, I can confirm that shifting to a civilian mindset was not easy, but a strong network of community and friends helped me along my own continuing professional journey. In closing, I'd like to share that like many Missouri veterans, I was inspired by members of my family who previously served. My late grandfather, Lewis Hunt, served in the Army in Germany in World War II. My late uncle, Air Force Major John Pelch, was a psychiatric flight nurse who participated in the repatriation of the surviving POWs from Hanoi to Clark Air Base during Operation Homecoming in 1973. And my surviving uncle, Richard Duncan, who still lives near Farmington, Missouri, was an Army helicopter maintenance specialist with the 1st Air Cavalry Division in An Key Air Base in Vietnam in the mid-1960s, the first ever helicopter maintenance unit deployed of its kind. So it's an absolute privilege to be here in front of the Soldiers Memorial to honor their service, along with so many other Missouri veterans and surrounding veterans in the Illinois and regional area, which this SLATE event sponsors and supports. Thank you again for the invitation to speak with you this morning. I wish all veterans, especially veterans looking for employment, as well as the local business leaders who have the good fortune to hire them, the very best of outcomes at today's Expo. Thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. Jordan, for those amazing words. Alrighty. At this time, we have a few presentations. Where's Chad? All right. SLATE. SLATE has been presented with a letter from Congressman Wesley Bell. Also, we have a few proclamations and resolutions from the Missouri House of Representatives, along with the state Senate. So we will bring those forth right now. As they're bringing those, I will read the contents of the letter from Congressman Bell. Dear friends, in honor to commend the St. Louis Agency on Training and Employment, SLATE, for hosting its annual Veterans Expo and Job Fair on August 6, 2025 at the historic Soldiers Memorial. This event is a vital opportunity for our region's veterans to connect with employment, career training, and critical resources that support their transition to civilian life. Last year's Expo welcomed over 200 participants, and with the continued reductions in the federal workforce, I am confident that this year's event will be an even greater resource for the many veterans seeking new career opportunities. Your commitment to connecting veterans with meaningful employment and community support is an investment not only in their futures, but in the continued strength and resilience of our community. As a congressman, I deeply appreciate the work SLATE does to meet the needs of our residents, but I am especially grateful for your dedication to those who have selflessly protected our safety and national security, our veterans. Your steadfast support honors their service and empowers them to thrive in the next chapter of their lives. I commend SLATE for its leadership and advocacy, and I wish you great success with this year's Veterans Expo and Job Fair. The people of Missouri's 1st Congressional District, and especially our veterans, are better served because of your tireless commitment. With deep respect and warmest regards, the Honorable Congressman Wesley Bell, Missouri Congressional District 1. And we thank Congressman Bell, the House of Representatives, and the Missouri State Senate for those amazing words. All right. Well, we thank you once again for your attention to this great presentation. I want to say thank you again to Miss Melissa Jordan for an amazing keynote speech. We now have flags that will be presented.
Hi, I'm Chad. The first flag being presented, and that is going to go to Miss Felicia Jordan, is a flag that flew in our nation's capital. The next two flags have flown in our state capital, an American flag and the Missouri state flag.
Thank you. Once again, we want to say thank you to all of the coordinators of this event. We are truly excited because this is just the beginning. So please, please, please stay, join us, invite a friend, tell them to come on out. And we want to thank you once again for coming to thank you once again for coming to SLATE's Veterans Expo and Job Fair. Please enjoy yourselves this morning. Thank you.